As the morning sun illuminated the grand reception hall of Hattusa, I adjusted my ceremonial robes and prepared to negotiate terms with the Egyptian envoys, knowing the future of our empire rested on my diplomatic skills. The Egyptians arrived with their usual pomp and ceremony, yet behind their stony expressions, I could sense a willingness to end decades of conflict that had drained both our treasuries and claimed countless lives. Long into the night, I drafted and redrafted proposals, carefully selecting each cuneiform character to balance strength with conciliation, knowing my king expected me to project power while securing peace. Presenting my strategy to our great king tested my resolve, as I had to convince him that certain territorial concessions would ultimately strengthen our empire's position against the rising Assyrian threat to the east. Between negotiations, I walked among our people in the markets of Hattusa, reminding myself that these farmers, craftsmen, and their children were the true beneficiaries of the peace I sought to establish. After months of delicate negotiations, the day came to formalize our treaty with Egypt, invoking the storm god Teshub and the Egyptian gods as witnesses to our unprecedented alliance. Establishing the new boundaries proved almost as challenging as the treaty itself, requiring precise surveying and mutual compromise to ensure both empires felt secure in their territories. The celebration feast brought together former enemies as tentative friends, with Babylonians, Egyptians, and Mitanni representatives all dining at our tables, a diplomatic triumph unimaginable only years before. In the quiet sanctuary of Arenides' temple, I finally allowed myself to acknowledge the weight that had been lifted from my shoulders, offering thanks to the goddess for guiding my words during the most consequential negotiations of my life. As I gazed upon our great capital in the fading light, I knew our treaty would be studied by diplomats for generations to come, though I could not have imagined it would still be discussed thousands of years later as one of the ancient world's greatest diplomatic achievements.